Welcome Taurus to your reading for September 2025. How is it September? Someone please tell me what's going on. I always say once we get to September, it's very fast downhill, uphill, I don't know, whichever way you want to look at it. Next thing you know, blink and you miss it, it's Christmas. Shouldn't wish our lives away, but I don't know, something about September, that's when you start seeing the Christmas decorations and advent calendars coming into the shops. It's crazy. Anyway, Taurus, what's happening for you for the month of September? We're looking at your general energy, your opportunity, your challenge, your unforeseen events, and your advice. I'm using the Tarot de la Nuit, if you are interested. In your general energy, we have got the High Priestess in the reverse position. For some reason, you're just not trusting your intuition, Taurus. Why? I don't know. Is it because your intuition is telling you something great, or is it because your intuition is telling you something not great? Either way, you're shutting it out and you're saying, nope, don't believe it. I know better. However, your intuition is 99% right 100% of the time. So you really need to focus in on that, because your intuition is there and it serves a purpose and it's trying to tell you something because it's important that you know. I always think our intuition can be a little bit like your fight or flight kind of communication center, if that makes sense. It's like, you need to know this, you need to know because I'm trying to help you. So yeah, it's interesting. The Page of Pentacles is in your opportunity. So the Page of Pentacles is the card of new opportunity. It's the card of new seed, new growth. If you tend to that seed, it will become a field of whatever it is you're trying to grow. But this is an opportunity that you should embrace and nurture. And I don't know what it is, but it could well be very successful for you. In your challenge is the Eight of Pentacles. Do you know what? We have a lot of pentacles in your reading. So this all feels very much tied to your financial growth or your material growth, or there's something here, whether it's connected to your career or I don't know, but it could be to do with your health as well. So, but the Eight of Pentacles in your challenge is that there's something here that you could really end up throwing yourself into and loving every minute of it. Either it's in your challenge because you want to do that, you're trying to do that, but something's preventing you. Maybe it's time constraints or something else is distracting you, or it's because you're stopping yourself for some reason. And I don't know why, because I don't know. We'll find out with the clarifiers. In your unforeseen events is the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and this is a card of recovery. Now, it could be health recovery. It could be that you are now on a path to recovery from illness or injury, but it is also a card of recovery from financial difficulties, and also a feeling like you've been neglected or unseen or shut out in some way. You're coming out of that time. This is where you start to feel like your old self again. The struggles are over. You get to now recover from those struggles. in your advice is the Knight of Pentacles. Only one card in your reading was not a pentacle, and that was your general energy, which was the High Priestess, where you're just shutting out any of your natural intuition. But the Knight of Pentacles in your advice is just saying, stay grounded, stay patient. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow and steady energy. It's not fast overnight success. You might not see any growth. You might not see any... You may not feel like you're reaping any rewards or benefits to begin with, but you are, because when a seed grows, it starts under the soil and it takes time before it makes an appearance. So just remember that. Stay patient, stay focused, and stay grounded. Let's clarify. This is the White Sage Tarot that I'm using to clarify. So the High Priestess is clarified by the Seven of Cups reversed. And the Ten of Wands in reverse. I just feel like this sense of not trusting your intuition is because you've trusted what you thought was your intuition in the past and you were wrong. It wasn't your intuition, it was probably you got it confused with your suspicion or with your... you know, it's easy to confuse the two, and because you got it wrong, you've learned to not trust it. The Seven of Cups in reverse is actually seeing through a veil of illusion. And the Ten of Wands in reverse is by seeing through that veil of illusion and accepting that veil of illusion is not real, you make your life a lot easier. The Ten of Wands is like you get to release a burden of some kind, maybe a mental or an emotional, even a spiritual burden. Page of Pentacles in your opportunity, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Ace of Swords reversed. As I said, there's something here that is coming your way. You may already be aware of it, but maybe you've been putting it off, or maybe you're just kind of side-eyeing it, you're not too sure. Sorry about that. But it comes in with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which it may be that you want things to change or you want things to be different. That's not going to happen because this is not the time. Maybe the opportunity that's being presented to you is not the one that you really wanted, or the one that you were going after, or the one that you expected, and you're like, well, it's not what I want. So, you know, you don't ignore it. The Ace of Swords in reverse is, it may not be clear to you, it may not be abundantly clear what this is about, but please just trust the process and go with it, because it may well be your intuition that's telling you to go with it, and that's what it is, that's what you're ignoring. The Eight of Pentacles in your challenge is clarified by the King of Swords and the Justice card in reverse. So something that you are being drawn into or feel attracted to, and it's something to do with putting all your focus and dedication into something is your challenge. And the King of Swords, I don't know why this is the person that's stopping you. It's like this person is distracting you, or there's something else going on here. It's almost like, for example, if the King of Swords was your employer, if you were in a job and your King of Swords was your employer, obviously he or she has a certain hold over you, because you have to do a job for them, you're getting paid by them, which is stopping you doing what you really want to do. And maybe what you really want to do is work in your own capacity, maybe even start your own business, I don't know. But yeah, it's like Your actual day job is a distraction from what you really want to be doing. Justice in reverse. Maybe there's unfinished business here, Taurus. Maybe there's unfinished business that you need to make sure that all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed before you can actually put yourself or dedicate yourself into something else. The Five of Pentacles reversed is clarified by the Magician and the Tower in your unforeseen events. The Magician is, now that you're free of certain constraints that were holding you back, the Magician shows you you can do whatever you want. Stop putting excuses or barriers in your way, or reasons why you can't do something or why you can't have something, because it's all in your head. Just do what you need to do and get it done, and you know what you have to do, but something's stopping you. The Tower. This is about letting go of old beliefs, an old way of thinking that never served you before, and it's not going to serve you now. It's a collapse of what you once thought was true is not true, and it's a good thing. The Knight of Pentacles in your advice, clarified by the High Priestess in reverse. Wow. And the Knight of Wands. So if you want to, if the one piece of advice from this whole reading, and it's how we started and it's how we end, is if you want to make your life easier, learn to understand and trust your intuition. Know the difference between your intuition, your suspicion. Your intuition is always here. It's down here in the pit of your stomach, and you can't change it. You can't change that feeling. You can't just wake up one day, you feel your intuition say, you know, you should do this or you shouldn't do this, or this feels right or it doesn't feel right. You can't then wake up the next day and go, actually, I'm going to change my mind. Impossible, because it's something much more visceral. If it's your suspicion, or if it's a feeling, or it's a, when I say feeling, it's not even that. If it's a thought or a suspicion, you can change that. You can be suspicious of something or someone one day. They'll come and talk to you, and then you'll be like, oh, actually, yeah, I've changed my mind. If you can change your mind on something, it's not your intuition. Simplest way to understand the difference. So to get ahead at any time in your life, not just throughout this month of September, learn to tune in and trust your intuition. And the Knight of Wands is where it gets you. You go from being the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slow, steady, grounded energy, to the Knight of Wands, which is the much more spontaneous, active, go-getting like energy. It's faster, it's bolder, it's more confident, it's more, I'm not saying you're not bold and confident, you are, but certain things just have the opposite effect on you. So let's do your oracle. And we're doing postcards from Spirit for September. So your postcard says, "Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants. And know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic, nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever. How nice. So there you go. There's your September, Taurus. If you are interested in booking a private reading, I am extending my discount of 28% right through September as well. So if you haven't already had a reading and you've always wanted one, just click on the link in the description below. Or you can email me, which is revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. And I will leave you with your reading. Thank you for your love, your support, your encouragement and your engagement that I return to you tenfold. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the journey.